I have 3 tips for you to help you improve your concentration. And that's because concentration plays a huge role when it comes to learning and remembering information. So let's get started. So the first tip I have for you is remove any distractions. Put your phone away. Don't eat when you're trying to learn. Turn off the TV. Get off the internet. You want to completely focus on the material at hand. And that's because if you want to learn the information quickly, if you want to be able to remember it later, you have to fully focus on it. When you try to multitask, when you try to split your focus on all these different things, you're not really concentrating on what you're trying to learn because your concentration, your focus is divided among these other things. So when you study and at the end of the study session, you're like, okay, I can't remember what I just studied. And that's because you weren't fully focused on the material. So your brain wasn't getting all the information. It was kind of like fragmented. You were like, okay, study, look at that, study, eat. Your mind didn't have the chance to actually focus just on the material. Now, if you've seen any of my memory training videos when I actually memorize information, I am 100% focused on the material. I have all the distractions put away, my phone, whatever, because I don't want anything to distract me. Because if I lose concentration even for a second, I'm going to miss cards. I'm going to miss numbers. I'm going to miss images. I'm going to miss names. Even for a second, I'm going to miss all that stuff. And so I have to focus 100% of the time. I can't risk losing my concentration. So when you learn information, make sure everything is put away and just completely focus on it. And you're going to be amazed by how much more you actually learn because you're actually focusing on the material. So the second tip I have for you is take a break. If you ever study for a long period of time, by the end of it, you feel really mentally burned out. You just feel tired. You're like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? And so when you keep going after you feel mentally burned out, that does you no good. You're not even paying attention anymore because you're distracted by when am I going to be done? When can I eat? When I can do something that's more fun? You're already distracted past that point. So studying after that point is just a waste of time and your energy. There's no point of studying after that. So take a break. And that's okay. There's no problem in taking a break because when you take a break, you get to calm down and relax. And so you get your mind in that right mindset. So when you go back, you can focus 100% of the time. Now, when I do memory training, after an hour, I feel tired. I'm like, oh my God, like this is just so much, kind of pushing myself and pushing myself. And if I continue to train after that point, my scores go down the toilet. They're absolutely horrendous. And that's because I can't focus anymore on the material. So I need to take a break, recuperate. I'm like, okay, just do some, watch a little video real fast or go get something to eat, then come back and start training again because my mind is relaxed and I can focus completely on it. So that's my second tip. Make sure that you take breaks to prevent mental burnout. Now, the last tip I have for you is actually an exercise, and I like to call it hold the image. And this is what you do. You picture an image in your head, and you just try to hold on to it. You just keep trying to picture it in your head. Now, what happens is maybe in the beginning, you can only last 10 seconds. And that's okay, because you probably get distracted. So you're holding an image in your head, like, okay, yeah, I see Big Bird breakdancing. Okay, yeah, I see it. I see it. Oh yeah, I have to call my friend later tonight. You just lost concentration. So you lost focusing on that image. And that's okay because you're trying to build that concentration up. And so in the beginning, you might lose concentration very quickly. But if you keep practicing that, if you keep holding the image in, so maybe you see Big Bird breakdancing, you're like, oh yeah, I can't see him breakdancing. Oh, I see the like a disco light now, but I see him, his feathers, And so when you add like that little detail into it, you actually increasing your concentration on what you're picturing. And that's what you want to do. You want to be able to focus on something for a long period of time. And so after a while, if you keep doing it, if you keep increasing your concentration, you'll be able to hold that image forever. So let's say if I wanted to hold the image of a chair surfboarding on a cat. A chair surfboarding on a cat. So I'll picture that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I see this cat, or I see this chair on top of this cat. Yeah, he's surfboarding, this cat's getting all wet. His chair is having a good time. I can feel the water. And so, I just want to keep holding that. But I want to refrain from thinking of anything else. Like, oh yeah, I see the chair just surfboarding. It's hilarious. Oh man, I'm so hungry. What do I want to eat now? I just lost concentration. So stop yourself and then go back into it. And it's really fun because you really get a chance to really just focus on this image in your head and just kind of like see it in great detail and just have fun with it, And that's probably the most important thing when it comes to any memory techniques that I'm teaching you is just have fun with it, Don't get stressed. You forget something, forget something. but figure out why you forgot it so you can make your image and your stories a million times better the next time so you don't forget it. But you just learned 3 different tips in order to help you improve your concentration. And if you work on these things over time, they become very simple. It's going to be really easy for you to actually concentrate on what you're trying to learn. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.